Okay, so all my life I've never related to the women very often. The only women that I have related to usually are the women who don't relate to other women and
Right.
are independent themselves, in generally speaking. So if I ever do relate to a woman's crowd, that would be interesting. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. And then there's two sets of guys. There's the, ooh, I'm attracted to you group, and they come in, they're all gung-ho, but then as soon as they realize I'm celibate or not interested, they fade
Whatever
away.
you're doing is difficult.
Huh?
Or whatever you're doing is difficult. Yeah.
Right. They're curious, but then they go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people who are long-term are people who end up probably relating to you more than me. But the it's not about attraction. It's about interesting minds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Mother. You'll have to look at the clock. Okay. Well, right. Hey, Mom. Let me do this video, and then we'll look at the time. I don't remember what I was saying.
People who are long-term show up because they care about the way we think.
Right. Now, here's the problem with that, is that getting people who are, well, this is difficult no matter what. It doesn't really matter. The people that where I'm starting from is that concept, the people that I relate to. I'm having difficulty expressing this. So I'm going to just throw out words and hopefully other people can turn it into sentences. Sounds good, Mother. Yes, Mother. Hey, I'm trying to formulate some thoughts. Can I concentrate on the thought that I'm trying to formulate? I am somebody who relates to the concept of not wanting to move. Like, so before, people couldn't relate to me because all I wanted to do was move and I couldn't be still.
So now you've gone through that wall. So what's your epiphany? How do you get out of that?
Well, I haven't actually figured that out yet. So
That'd be a bit helpful, wouldn't it?
Well,
I think I know what epiphany is.
My inspiration to getting out of that is wanting to help other people, or to do it so that I can say to somebody else, look, we did it. We love our body. We want to connect to our body. And so I have a
Your way of getting out of it is to want to help other people get out.
Well, so I have a memory of what it was. I don't have a memory. I don't have a conscious memory. I have a instinct memory of remembering a joy of some kind, of enjoying just that feel of fun. And when I have gotten other people to move or join me in movement, their enjoyment and lighting up the face of, and even with you, like, that's the reason why I really want to work with you more, because I think that's actually where I want to teach, is that I want to, there's not just getting me moving, but it's getting you moving and getting you to love your body. And so I really, really would like to do more videos of you and I, where I'm helping you to get comfortable and not afraid of your body. Because then that would make it where then I can go up to somebody else who maybe isn't having the same issue as you, but they're all generically the same. It's that same concept of having this awareness. And so my audience that I want isn't necessarily a male or a female or a straight or a gay or black or white. It's not that. That's not the niche. That's not the...
Your niche is a concept.
It's a concept of, I have a body that I think, and I have vague flashes of memory of having been silly, gotten drunk or something, or just for a moment, just had a silly moment, and it was a lot of fun to do this, and to want to grasp on that and giving permission, and that hard step of giving permission to, it's okay to check in and to not expect to do that the hard stuff.
Not expect to do a handstand on the wall with one arm.
Right. Like, we go on Facebook or YouTube or seeing something and you're like, ooh, I want to be able to do that. And the one thing that I have a lot of people don't have is the recognition of, you can. It is possible to get that. Those people, a lot of those people who did that, a lot of people that I admire, were people who did not, who started off like me and went there and were willing to take the hard steps. But they're already past it, they're already through the hard steps. And so once you're already through the hard steps, it's kind of hard to relate to that part where you couldn't do the hard steps. And so the people I want to grab is, I want to grab that community now while I'm figuring it out and say, come on this journey with me while I'm figuring out how to get back in touch with that. And because there's going to be another, so this is the first step right now. There's going to be another step later on, and then I'll have to connect and relate to a different group of people who are reached that first step and then are at that next step, because it plateaus. There's this step of permission to move, and then there will be a next step of permission to explore even more. But you can't do the explore even more until you get to the first step, where you can do more than 2 minutes of anything more than a balance. Like yesterday I did the balancing. I couldn't do anything. That was it. We spent 20 minutes I spent 30 minutes balancing. I couldn't do anything beyond that.
Guys, you know the time?
Why do you ask?
The time.
But why do you ask?
So I want to know whether I have time to go to my parents, bring them over here or not.
Okay, let me wrap this up and then I will have a discussion with you about that. Okay?
Okay.
Anyways, that's the audience that I want.
Yeah.
The people who were...
So then let's.
But the thing is, my problem with that, let's take
Yeah.
he would be my target audience. But he would be even harder because there's this embarrassment of their body that is a little bit further than mine, and I don't think they can relate to me because they're like, no, you don't have that embarrassment of body. And I want to invite them to come and join me and be like, yes, it's embarrassing, but we're going to have fun.
So have you ever felt that?
Huh?
Have you ever felt that embarrassment?
Not on the same level.
Can you relate to the embarrassment that they, or perhaps even me, would feel?
What time is it, Karen?
That you would feel? Or
Karen,
that
what time is it?
they would feel.
Either one. Both.
There are very different reasons.
They're very different reasons, but there's still a similar feeling, I suspect.
Yes.
May I ask what time is it?
Mom, I will have that conversation with you in a few minutes. And then you have people like her who...
Yeah,
Just don't want to.
it's a bit hard to reach her, but then again, she wouldn't click on your video, so you don't have to worry about reaching her.
But what's his name wouldn't want to click on it either.
Maybe. So then somebody not quite like him.
I think it's more towards people like you.
Okay, so closer to a person like me.
Yes.
Almost him, but closer to a person like
A
me.
person like you, or your cousin, or somebody
So,
who
how
doesn't love their body.
do
I
you
want where
relate
you
to
don't
that?
love your body. Because I don't love my. It's not that I don't love my body.
Because it's not that you hate your body. It's
Not
just
that I
that
hate
you...
my body. I don't relate to my body.
Okay, there you go. That's a perfect description.
Yeah.
Do you know how that feels? So yes, you do. So then how does a person who feels that...
I don't want to relate. It's not I don't relate to my body. I relate to my body just fine. I don't want to. I don't.
But
the
you do.
So it's.
You
it's
want
the-
to
it's-
consciously, but you don't want to
So,
essentially, or...
20 years ago, I thought I was going to die if I moved. Now,
Wait,
the
no.
thought of moving is
No,
important.
opposite direction.
I thought I was going to die if I didn't move.
There you go.
And now it's the thought of moving is abhorrent.
Right.
I don't want to move. When I'm laying in bed, I don't want to get out of bed. I will
So
move in
you've-
bed. I'll look at my hips in bed. There you go. I'm done.
You have before and middle and you need after. Okay, so thought I had about this is a comment here is this idea. Step one is you find out about your audience, like what they think, what their worries are, what it's the typical profile. Said a bit more eloquently.
Sit in a group therapy and find out their stories.
Find out
at
their
the
deepest,
very
darkest
end, we all
drivers
sit
that they'll never
around.
tell you in their stories.
Huh?
Find out their deepest, darkest drivers that they'll never explicitly tell you in group therapy. Their drivers. What they worry about, what they're concerned with, what they want, their dreams, what their pain points are, what they hope to achieve.
Mm.
Why they're running and what they're running from and what they're running to. Their push and their pull.
I would like to listen to them and hear that, but it's something that's very hard for people to talk about.
Yeah. So you have to extrapolate some of this, and of course it's easy to extrapolate this by being it yourself, which is why that's the typical advice given in your average webinar about businessing is target yourself 2 years ago. Right now you're targeting
So
yourself
scary.
now.
I was having the conversation with the other person and out there, and it was like stepping on eggshells of I want to know your story, but I don't want you to feel bad or ashamed, because I do understand that feeling bad or feeling shame, but I don't want you to feel it. But you have to feel it in order to get
Right.
past it.
Right. So then the question is, how do you create a safe space, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Step one is you know them.
Yeah.
Step two is you figure out, once you know how they're feeling, right? Now you figure out a way of communicating with them as them, where they are right now. And step three is you deliver value for them. You deliver endless value upon value upon value, something that so much so that they just associate you with being really useful to them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what you can be theoretically useful, or what you want to be useful for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's reverse engineer from what you want to be useful for. Then you go to step two, which is the people who you want to be useful for, or who you will be useful for. Where are they right now? And as a result of where they are right now,
They're skipping through videos and going, nah. Oh, interesting.
right? As a result of where they are right now, what does that imply? What can you derive and conclude their motivations are, their pain points, their dreams? So, the people who, you just talked about people who are scrolling through videos, I feel like some of the people might be like you, who was on Facebook and saw these cool videos of people doing things and got inspired because of the videos of people doing cool things.
I wouldn't have stopped
But-
in my own video, though. I don't think I would have stopped in my own video.
So what type of video would you have stopped on, besides the cool things? Because what you're feeling
Yeah.
right then was you want to do those cool things. Those cool things look amazing. You want to do them. They seem very enticing. But you feel like the journey between here and there is an insurmountable months or something, right? Because really it's only months at most, if you try, right?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Right. So, I feel like some of your target audience is people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is other women going and scrolling through videos of people?
I don't think I'm going to appeal to any woman. I
know
really
you don't
don't.
believe this, but I feel like you do it because so many things. Other comment later, but so many things that you've made and things you talked about, I feel like there's a niche there because I've seen similar creators talk about similar things. Not quite with your perspective, but similar things. And you can bring the holistic perspective of that. That's our brand's moat, right? It's the holistic perspective.
Love your body, have awareness, do it holistically.
Right, and that's what you've been. That's the tagline you've been going on so far. But that's not really the tagline you approach them with. That doesn't work. You need that. You need 1 and 2. You need. What do they want?
Love themselves, be accepted, be
That's
appreciated.
Not what they think they want.
Well, no,
need.
That's not true because I do ask the question, like when I say in a relationship, what is it you want most in a relationship? Why do you want to be in a relationship? And they say, because I want to be accepted.
So people
I want
don't
to be
think of
appreciated.
accepting themselves as a thing.
They
And
feel
that
like
is
they
a
have to have somebody
very
else tell
hard
them.
block. That is a
Right. And I was actually having that
requires
discussion with the
hypnosis,
person out there
societal level
of saying
block.
of why and it was like, well, how can you expect yourself to be appreciated by somebody else when you don't appreciate yourself? And they were like, oh my God, that's just no, I can't do it. I would need somebody else to appreciate me. And no, that's actually not what they said. I'm actually butchering what they said. They did say, oh, I appreciate and love myself and accept myself altogether. And I was like, no, you don't, because you just finished telling me that I cared more about you than you did. So there's this, I believe in myself and I love myself, but the truth of the matter, they don't.
They want to believe that they believe in themselves, they care about themselves.
But they have to hear that from somebody else.
But
they need the
version
external
of society, or version of what's acceptable or what's how it should be.
Until they hear it from somebody else, they don't believe it. I remember once your dad did that, said that to me. I think I'm going to have to go chase it. Oh, she's fine. Okay. Where I was really, really loving upon him and just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. And he's like, yeah, but so-and-so isn't. That girl that I like isn't. So it doesn't matter. Because the girl I like doesn't think that about me.
Girl you're married to.
I was his best friend. That's irrelevant. I've been with him for 20 years. This was near the end. There was a girl he was attracted to. Did she like him for how he was? Did the person whose approval he wanted? And that's the message. So I guess what I need to sell is, do you want to be approved by the person that you like? But what you need in order to do that.
That's your epiphany, Rich. That's your epiphany. So what is the story you tell to give them that same epiphany? That you have to accept and appreciate yourself in order to be accepted and appreciated by them.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of different, like, that's like a common life coach message, isn't it?
Yeah, but hold on a second. Yes?
Can both of you stay here tonight?
Yes, we're all staying here tonight.
Okay. I think if our parents come right now, my brother, I'm going to ask them to come tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want them to see this.
Yeah.
It would be good for them to create more
Yeah.
homes.
Yeah. Well, that's our long-term goal. We're going to create a whole bunch of homes.
Do you need to call your parents or anything like that?
Guess what, Mama?
Huh?
Guess what, Mama?
What?
You're my mama.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're my
How about
mama.
you, Eagle?
He's your grandchild.
Huh?
He's your grandchild.
Is mine?
Grandchild.
So in other words, you don't have to call your parents?
I'm his mama.
I'm asking Eagle. Do you need to call? Yes or no?
The hilarity. Hey, folks, when it doesn't make sense, It's the hilarity. You gotta grab onto it.
No, I do want my brother to come by and I'm beginning to like the idea of people even temporarily staying.
Yeah.
That we could make several homes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have done so many homes, but nothing like these.
Yeah.
Them gorgeous homes.
Yeah, I'm glad you like where we are right now. I like where we are right now, too.
You don't have to spend a lot of money.
Oh, let's turn this camera this way.
You see her?
Oh, words. I see lots of words on the screen.
Put it to work.
Oh.
Well, I still don't see any cameras going there.
All right. What's the next thing on this list?
But I do see a bunch of
Why is it middle time?
Words. Oh, you were in the middle of talking? I'm sorry. Hey, Mama, I gotta let Eagle finish his thought.
Okay, I said, finally got to see somebody.
Okay. What's your thought, please?
What was it?
You were talking about Epiphany Bridge and...
Alright, what's the story you're going to tell them to help people have the same epiphany you've had?
of in order to get liked by the other person. But that's a journey. You have to take them along the process. You have to get them in there first because they will not accept that fact at the very beginning.
Yeah, so that's part of your epiphany bridge. But whoever's on their live stream with you is
That is not
basically-
going to happen in live stream. That
it's
has to be done in the
basically
coaching.
a guinea pig for your webinar because that has to be done in your webinar because they'll never buy from you until you get past that.
Did you see these, Karen?
If that is what you're
No.
gonna sell to them.
In the webinars that we watch, they do not provide them what they need. They provide them the Excel.
But they also do provide them a domino.
Can you hear me while I'm
So
talking?
that
Hold on
could
a
be
second.
one of your
Wait.
dominoes.
Can I hear what, Mama?
I wanted you to see how many people are trying to rent here.
Yeah. Are,
Rent people.
are there a lot of people here now?
Well, there were 3 people here. And then, 1, 2, 3.
We're going to pause this and edit and put it together. All right. She's counting cars, so let's go ahead and keep going.
9 cars for
The,
no lot.
that could be one of your dominoes. I guess you're right. You could sell it as part of the thing in a. It's a mindset shift section. A lot of courses have a mindset shift section, right?
Well, I could, in the course and the thing where they go the step where they, one of the Robin things where they went, here's your step, and there's your step, and your step, and your step, and your goal is to get over to here. Now come and sign up with us so we can help you hold your hand to get through these steps. And you could say, okay, in order to have people like you, you have to like yourself first. Come join our class, and we'll learn to like ourselves together.
That's again, it's the difference of what question is what is your value? What value do you give them? What value you give them determines what your domino is. So your average life coach does some version essentially of you in order to have someone else like you have to love yourself. Accept yourself. You approach it with a slightly different angle than most people. Most average life coach does.
Did you see the little clip the other day
Basic
about
concept.
she was talking to some scene with Marilyn Monroe?
Mm-hmm.
Monroe, is that the right name?
Yeah.
Where Marilyn said, "Hey, do you want to see Marilyn come out? You want to see what happens when I turn the charisma on?"
People coming out of this.
And
It's amazing.
that transformation of how to get in touch with your Marilyn.
Let's see, you want to sell? Can you do that? Can Marilyn run around? They are the test, I suppose, but
No, it's not. It's a feeling change.
it's a feeling change, right?
We young people.
And I see that happening when I'm on a video. When I first get on a video, I start off as me. By the time I'm done, except the other day where I felt de-energized, but most of the time when I'm really hyper, I feel very energized. I feel like I've turned into my Marilyn.
Okay, perfect.
But I don't know.
How do you teach that?
Yeah.
So maybe you can condense that down into a quick epiphany bridge of sorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it is an epiphany that you go through, a mindset change that you go through, and that's what a lot of Epiphany is, right? It's a mindset change. So you go through a mindset change from starting through to confidence during the course of life, too.
Well, so I
How
feel
do
like
you
I need a
follow
little
that?
bit of my own more training myself. So that's something that's hard for me to give them because I'm still learning myself.
Right. So maybe part of what you do is you, since you are training yourself,
I'm
you-
downstairs. What is that from? Is that right now? So this is how I think it's going to be done. I think so. There are people out there who turned on the recorder on day one and said, this is day one. We're gonna do exercise today. Whoa! Now, that is something I can't do because I can't do day 2 and day 3 and day 5. I can do day 1 just fine. Every day. Day 1. This is day 1 again. This is day 1 again. This is day 1 again.
2 of saying day 1.
I have been saying day 1 for 3 years now.
Okay, well, but can you do day
But-
1 and then the next day it's day
But
1?
I can start going on there more regularly.
Okay.
And, okay, today I'm doing this. Today I'm doing this. Today I'm doing this. And the people, though, that did day 1 and then did day 2 and then did day 3, people started jumping in. And so I can't call it day 1. I don't know if those people who did day 1, normally by the time I find them, they're on 256. That's how I learn about them, because they're on day 256, and I'm like, oh my God, wow, you did a lot in day 256. And they already show clips of before, middle, and after. And we will have tons of clips for people, somebody else, that will require somebody else to go in here and do that. I'm not Ruby or AI. But what I can do is say, that's what I can do is, I'm starting this journey. Do you want to go on this journey with me? I don't know where we're going to end up. I don't know if I'm going to give up. I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to say fuck it, or no, I'm not. I know what I'm never going to say fuck it. So let's go on this journey, and it's going to be very hard because I'm going to have days where I'm going to say fuck it. And in about a month or 2, I will join you again, or a year, or however long. Because I've been saying this since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Since 2017, I've been like, I'm gonna do it. This is 2020. It's going
Been
to
10
be a
years.
decade in 2 more years.
shit. Oh, no.
And I have been at, and not haven't been at a standstill because I've gone through all kinds of existential crises for whatever. So the value that I'm going to provide is that somehow, and now I have the support of you, and they're going to have the support of me.
Right.
And if they want the support of our family and you and me together, or each other, then they should join our community and join our groups. And
Yeah, but the goal isn't about getting the pie. The goal is about helping them.
right.
Now, it so happens that you can best help them in formats where they give you money, but that's a side effect, and not the purpose. The purpose is to help them.
That's really hard because
Purpose is to help
I need
you
figure
or
out-
people
I
like
need
you.
to figure out how to stay afloat.
Okay.
So I am going on this journey for you of figuring it out, but I do need your support. So please, can you send $1?
Yeah, that kind of
And
works.
be like, look, you're going to cheer me on this journey of getting out of this 10-year funk.
You know what?
I don't want to say in 2 years, oh, look, I really haven't gone anywhere.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I see now more younger people coming in
Yes.
and staying
Yes.
than ever before.
Do you like that?
No, I think it's nice.
It's really funny that you said that because I've actually seen a lot more old people now recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably checking the price.
I don't know. I've seen like several old people check in the last.
I ain't seen no people.
We're looking at different times of day, I guess.
Maybe people checking it for the time.
I know it can't be about what money can they give me, but we do need financial
We do
support.
need the money, right? But the purpose of making the video should be about you want to share these ideas, you want to share this value. It's all about step 3. Because if you do not do step 3,
That was in the corner there.
step 3 is your bottleneck.
Which is the showing them the actual value.
Right.
But
Delivering
I don't know if I'm going to show them
that
the
value.
My value is that I'm getting up here and I'm trying.
That's your value. You find your crowd that wants to be like you, getting up there and trying. You inspire them to get up there, and that's the value you give them. And that's perfect.
That's my value. You're right. That is my value. My value is I've been stuck for 10, almost not quite a decade yet, and I don't want to be at a decade. And so my value is I'm somebody who needs their help and will hopefully do this. That's for help. Mom's help and somebody else's help, and can't do this alone. My value is hating that I can't do this alone and realizing that I need their help to do this.
Interesting perspective.
And having to face that.
You see that we both are driven, you and I are both driven forwards in our respective projects by hating suffering. We just happen to hate different types of things.
What do you mean?
Well, like the work I'm doing in the field community, I'm driven forwards by hating the status quo,
Mm-hmm.
by hating what's currently there and wanting to replace it. Hating it so passionately that I want to replace it with something better.
Yeah.
And you're hating, but not hating what's currently there per se. You are currently hurting. I guess you're right. You're kind of hating your current situation.
No. I
But
love
no.
my situation. I hate that I have to ask for help.
You're hating that you have to ask for help, but you're asking for help that you don't have to ask for help.
No. Not so that I don't have to ask for help.
Well,
Because that's the thing.
you'll
That's
forever
the
be asking for
irony.
help, right?
No.
Because
No.
It won't be it won't be for
wait,
help,
wait,
rather.
wait. It
Sorry.
won't be. I am asking for help of coming to accept the concept that I can't do this alone, and to something that I don't believe is possible. But I know it's possible because I do. I believe in people. I believe in people. But I don't. And the idea, I have been told by every guru, you can't do it alone. I have watched all these millionaires and billionaires talk about how they got this group of people together and they accomplished something. Even Grant Cardone, who looks like, he did it all on his own. And Tony Robbins, who seemed like they did it, but they didn't. They all talk about how they didn't do it alone. They got a community. And I'm really good at delegating. But I'm crappy at it because... Yes, you can open the window. Please do so. Why do I need to do it? Uh-huh. Oh, did I just step on you? I'm so sorry. I really don't want it any brighter in here. The light hurts my eyes, Mom. Then please stand up and go see what's going on out there. Then please go stand up and go to the window. I can't have it any brighter in here right now. My eyes are really hurting. I'm sorry. In fact, that's actually really too bright for me right now. I'm going to have to be going to sleep soon, and I need to get my brain set up to go to sleep soon.
What sleep early?
I have not. How much have I slept?
All night long?
You haven't slept in
In the night and day?
14 hours.
But no, didn't I take a small nap for like 30 minutes?
Yes,
Somewhere
yes,
in
you
there.
did take a nap for about 30 minutes, maybe.
Right. Yeah, I've had about 30 minutes of sleep in the last 14 hours. So, I'm going to need to get some sleep soon. I probably will be up for another 2 hours, but I need to get my brain. I don't think I can pull another 24-hour.
That's fine with me.
So that's the reason why I can't have it too bright for me.
That's fine.
Okay. I don't. This is a very hard topic to talk about, and I don't even know what I was saying.
How you get to them. And then you were talking about how even people who selected them had teams.
I can also buy something for you guys.
And then also how,
Right.
and then you were explaining how you're really good at delegating, but
One of the hardest things in the world is asking for help. And I go in these little spurts, and then I get told XYZ reasons why they can't, or XYZ conditions, or sure, they will help if we violate everything we believe in.
so these things stories talking about are things that happen because you were negotiating with people. You were negotiating with people, or they were the ones in power.
Yeah.
And you were the one receiving their help. Notice the 180-degree turn of this that successful entrepreneurs have. They are the ones in power, and you are the one receiving their help. As a buyer, the buyer receives the entrepreneur's help rather than the entrepreneur receiving the buyer's help. And that help happens because they have abundance. Because they have abundance instead of scarcity, they act as though they have abundance instead of scarcity, so they attract crowds that respond to that because the entrepreneur has put themselves in a position of power by not having scarcity. So all those manifestation things about believe you have abundance
Right.
instead of scarcity are about, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have abundance, you don't need to ask for money, you just happen to ask for money. You don't
Right.
need to.
Right.
People don't need to help you, support you, because of the scarcity mindset. People offer you money gladly in order to buy your product because your product will help them.
Right.
Because you are so amazing, you provide so much value.
Right. And that's the reason why they're all stressing service. Exactly. And so it has been where I've been contemplating the service concept of what is the service that I have to offer, and what do I have an abundance of. And that is the realization that it's a very funny comment. I love for myself. A love for our way of life, even though it's crappy and shitty right now and we don't have enough money. It's when the hard moments hit last year, when there was moments where and even the ones that are coming up, or possible coming up. What has gotten me through them was a love and joy and peacefulness with the pain, of allowing the pain, of allowing the hunger, of allowing the disability, of allowing the paralyzation, of allowing everything that everybody and anything that somebody calls a flaw. The allowing. That is something I have an abundance of. And people are like, well, you can't allow for all, but the thing is, you cannot change it around until you stop rejecting the way things are and appreciating the way things are. And then you can go, oh, we make it better, but not from a place of hatred and bitterness. And when I am in a state where I can help others, and there are moments where I'm, that famous actor, Robbins? I don't know. Comedian.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. He had his high moments and his low moments. And even Marilyn Monroe had his high moments and his low moments. And I have my high moments and I have my low moments where I sink in on myself. But then I pull out, and what I pull out, it's just that simple little click of, just like Marilyn said, would you like to see my Marilyn? And
So how do you bottle that and give it to people? If you can bottle that and give it to people, then you can sell them anything with that domino.
so what turns that little click in me is when I connect to someone and I connect to their joy about something in themselves, and it just turns it on in me.
You connect to someone else, you connect to them, their joy in themselves.
Or they're just the celebration where I celebrate, and there's something where, like when I do those lives or when I do those connections, it's that it takes one compliment, one little tiny compliment, and like somebody says you're beautiful, and you just light up, and then you go, wait, I want you to know you're beautiful too, and that wanting to share it back. Mama, how about you, yes. Can you do it, please? I'd like you to get up more and get up and down, and you're not bedridden yet.
You can get up and move the curtain.
I bet you will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Exhaustion. Okay, can you go back to talking? I'm gonna listen to you now.
You comments that you are able to do it when somebody gives you a compliment, isn't that based on your acceptance of yourself on other people's acceptance of you?
No, because at the same time, there's all these people who are giving me insults, and
So it's
to
based on
turn
one
off,
person's-
and then I
any
remember to
person's.
turn off the insults and focus and go, where do I want to put my focus? And it's not where I'm focused on, like, oh my God, they gave me a compliment. It's like, oh right, that feels good. I want to do that for them.
So it reminds you of the feeling, and once you feel the feeling, you can lock into that and amplify it.
Yes, because that is what I'm good at. I am an amplifier.
So give them.
But I also have to learn to not focus, because I'm an amplifier, knowing that skill. That's a skill that it took me years to learn, of learning to focus on the right, not right, I don't like right and wrong, to focus on the things that I want to focus on. And I want to be able to do what Tony and all those other people do, of
Like that guy who's like, let me just reframe it for you. And I'm still in the beginning stages of the reframe, so I'm at the beginning stage. But even with you, I think I have done that thing where I have said, okay, let's reframe it.
Yeah, go into that. So, Tony's priming exercise is an example of what I'm about to ask. But you need to find your own version of what's a experience you can give someone. And I say experience, I mean both either an exercise they can do, guided or themselves, or, and most helpful if it's and, a story that brings them to understanding how to do the amplification. And then the spark for the amplification. Because we can't just give them a compliment because they don't have the same skill of that amplification yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the epiphany to teach them, or part of it. And once you can give them that epiphany of that skill, if they amplify, and then give them the compliment,
I
and then
don't
they amplify
know.
them, they feel value.
I don't know. So they did a study. They did I don't know if it was a study or an experiment. They did this thing where they I don't know exactly what happened, but they took a camera, and they were videoing people's faces, and they went up to them and they said, "You're beautiful."
Yeah, all those smile.
And so you say that they don't have it, and it's not that I give them a compliment. They don't. No, I think all you do is give them a compliment. You just.
But that works better.
You say
in person.
you celebrate their existence.
That works better in person, where they feel like you're giving their focused attention to them. In a Zoom call with 1 million people online, webinar, they can't say you're special and you'll believe them. But
I don't know. You do though.
have you noticed that quite a lot of the talks or the webinars we've gone to, either the main speaker themselves or they bring on another speaker, like who's that Trent guy? What's his name?
Doesn't matter.
The legendary guy.
Okay.
The point of these people that they bring on is to essentially tell the audience you're special, but they do not just tell the audience you're special, you're beautiful, look at you, you're amazing. They instead bring each individual member of the audience on a story, and stories immerse your perception. They immerse your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And so through the story, they're able to come to their own conclusion that they are amazing, that they are beautiful, that they are special.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives them that self-pillar that takes the place of you giving them your focused attention. And perhaps it's much more useful because now, instead of it being limited on an external factor, it is something that was an internal factor. They got it because the external factor triggered that, it catalyzed that, but it's at that point no different than you receiving a compliment and you having that energy for the live stream, right? So figure out how to
Tell stories.
How do you steal that?
No, stealing is how to tell stories.
Yes, how do you tell
Storytelling.
stories? Yes, it's storytelling.
Yeah,
It's really interesting. That's like all it boils down to at the end of the day is
storytelling.
it's the most effective fucking sales strategy ever.
Yep.
Because you build empathy, you build relation, you build everything you need. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all off of storytelling.
And Mom was great at Mom is superb at storytelling. And the thing is that I apparently, occasionally, have my moments where I'm really good at storytelling, but it happens on accident, and I have no idea how to do it consciously.
Yes. Yeah, I feel that. How do you do it consciously?
I have no, I feel, and that was what I was telling to Wes the other day, is that I could sit there and watch these things till my face turns blue and study them until my death, and I don't know if I will ever grasp it, because there's something between instinctively knowing it and
Utilizing.
what is the word?
Utilizing. Implementing,
em-
embodying.
embodying it. Like on an instinctive level, I have my moments and I tell the stories and I get all flamboyant and I do this beautiful. I know how to do beautiful storytelling, but it's just because I turned on, and not because I.
Well, you told me the solution to this a little while ago.
I
didn't
did.
you?
What was that?
I commented about how I sometimes have inspiration for like making the videos for the course.
Yeah.
Or these great ideas.
Yeah.
And then most of the time I just don't have that.
Yeah.
What did you tell me? Remember?
I know. I don't refresh my memory, please.
Well, I was feeling really, really sad and really disappointed by that. And I was feeling like I didn't know how to make the videos. And you reminded me that when I get excited about a thing, right?
Mhm.
I have that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to be able to have that excited energy even when I'm just naturally my neutral state.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you build a habit is you repeat it, you build muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
You get it to the point where you know something so well, you know a concept so well that you do not have to look at a textbook to repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no difference between a concept and a state.
Mm-hmm.
You get the state so well, the ability to tell stories, even if it's just a specific story, memorizing a specific story so well that you immediately,
Slipped into
intuitively
it.
know everything about that.
Yeah.
And it just rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
The same way, rhodosudomonas palestris rolls off
Right.
my tongue.
And i.e. the point of practicing, which Vin was saying, you don't practice it 10 times or 20 times,
You practice.
1,000 times. So you're so sick of it that you're inside out and you can't do it, but you've memorized it and you've instincted and you tell it. And that is something that we need to do. We need to start practicing. Where I go on the lives where we start taking these recordings that we're doing right now, and every day, even if it's shit flop, we produce it because we're practicing it.
Yeah, that's great. Because live streams are the perfect place to practice that.
Yeah.
Because you have second-rate clients or second-rate viewers anyways, because they're only catching half what you said because they came in late.
Right.
So it's fine if you're subpar.
Right.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. And just to have fun with it, and to totally have fun, and to not make it be where like, and I think I really feel at the end of the day that all of it is where you don't go in with, I have to succeed or else. It's, I'm going to go in and celebrate and have fun with it. If it succeeds, it isn't. If it doesn't, well, I had fun anyways.
right. This is the. Told me to define the truth in everything everybody says, even though they sound like the same mumbo jumbo. You told me to define the truth in everything everybody says.
Oh, find the truth in anything anybody says. Yes, yes, yes.
Even though it sounds like the same bullshit, right?
Yes,
The truth in all the manifestation people
yes.
is that.
Just to enjoy.
Just enjoy.
And that's
if you have that enjoyment, then it becomes feeling of abundance, and you act differently when you have a feeling of abundance, and you have a feeling of scarcity. And so if you believe you have a feeling of abundance, you'll act with just doing it to enjoy it.
yes.
Not because it has to be done perfect, not because it has to be done right, but just to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's... Screw the listening to manifest and subliminals. It's just that. That's what it is.
Just have fun with it.
That's my strategy.
Just enjoy. And I really liked in that 21
Or
journey,
reality.
in the 21J challenge that Guru's lady was doing. There was one sentence, one tiny. I should be right up here. There was one. No, I like it right here. There was one tiny little bitty sentence that she said, which I thought was so amazing, and that was the concept of. Actually, it's better when you call it. The concept that I was going to say was what something I really, really appreciated in all the things that she said was this one little tiny sentence, which was the concept of you create a space that invites, that feels safe.
it's not about manifesting and forcing it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's about just creating that space of. I wish there was a camera right here on us. And like we had one on either both of us, so we could like. Because I just saw you did a little thing. I don't know. Anyways, it's just invite. It's about inviting, not forcing, inviting. Which is the message that I've been shoving down your throat for the last 2 years.
Well, that's not inviting. Let's shove it.
I like your expressions. Okay, let's turn this off and.
Point 4
What's amazing now?
was once you. Part 4 is once you establish your sense of authority, you set something called buying criteria. You teach them what to buy, how to buy, who to buy from, and who not to buy from. Ideally, you is who they should buy from, right? Which is kind of, I think that's kind of like what Microscript Guide does, doesn't it? Right? It's buying criteria. And then,
Wait, go ahead.
well, yeah,
No, finish your thought.
the 5th step is the call to action.
Okay, let's talk about 4 and 5 later. I can't do that. I'm burned out right now. I need to go rest. All right.
Thank
Love
you.
you. Mhm. Love you too. Okay. Mwah.